You've introduced a new running mate. I mean, of course, you had to bring a new running mate because you don't have one currently. What is your general plan with this election? Are you going to be having rallies? Are you going to do door-to-door like Mills did? How are you going to do it? Is there something you can share with us?
It will be more of door-to-door and social media, a lot more of social media. And beyond that one is door-to-door, person-to-person. There will be, as we sit now, apart from maybe the possibility of a Zoom rally, you cannot have any big rally. And so rallies for the time being are out.
Would that take away from the elections? Rallies have always been part of our electoral process. What do you think? The absence of rallies in 2020, that would be boring, isn't it? You won't get the opportunity to jab the opposing candidates. Like
well, it comes with pluses and minuses because it takes away a lot of the cost of campaigning, because rallies are very expensive activities. So once they are not part of it, we can spend much more time. The cost of organizing one rally, if that amount, if it is available and is deployed to the branches of the party for them to do house to house, the returns will be bigger than holding a big rally.
Would there be a campaign led by your running mate, a campaign led by your founder, a campaign led by your flag bearer you've done in the past, or this would be all put together in one?
All hands on deck. And we have inaugurated the national campaign team, inaugurated the regional campaign teams. In the course of next week, they will be inaugurating the constituency campaign teams, and the constituency campaign teams will proceed to inaugurate the branch campaign teams. So we would empower the branches to be doing the campaigning house to house in their localities and so on. That is where most of the emphasis will be.
The MPPs.
But we need the leadership at national will be moving to, because our running mate is a new person, so she would have to be introduced to various opinion leaders across the country, and so that one will continue.
Your running mate, the government side says she's responsible for destroying parts of the education or troubling people who were in the education sector. This was going to be a major campaign going to the election. How are you going to protect her from attacks of this nature?
It is not all attacks that you need to respond to. When the attacks are coming from the wrong sides, you don't bother to respond at all, because if policing is happening very well, you see criminals complaining. So you can't say because criminals are complaining, you are going to remove your police commander. So politics is about choices. And once you make choices, segments of the population will find themselves at the wrong side of any policy decision. So the important thing is for you to know that your action serves the greater interest of the greater majority of the population, and then you are okay. Whatever happens with that small minority that is complaining, it is something that you cannot avoid. For instance, the running mate has a record of reducing drastically teacher absenteeism. Okay. So if teacher absenteeism was reduced drastically, it means that she will find herself on the wrong side of teachers who are engaged in absenteeism. So you can't say that because teachers who are loitering around are making noise. So it means that the effort of reducing teacher absenteeism, which goes to improve educational outcomes, is something that should be blamed on. So it is not a blame, it is actually a praiseworthy activity.
There was a rumor that you were gunning or angling for running mate. Are you disappointed you were not chosen?
Oh, no, there wasn't any such rumor. It was something that I have said. Because people were, when nobody knew the thinking of the flag bearer, people were making suggestions, and my name came up. And so people like you had occasion to ask me whether I will accept or deny. I say I will accept.
Okay.
If I mention, I will accept. And that, but I added a caveat that doesn't mean that I'm campaigning for running mate, because it is not an activity you campaign for.
Okay.
It is a choice of somebody. So if the person decides to choose me, I'll do it.
So it's not like you were seriously lobbying for running mate?
I didn't talk to
you. So you're not decided, you didn't get a heart attack
that
night?
My objective is to ensure that the party wins elections. So whatever it takes to win the elections, I'm on board. And so I indicated that if in the opinion of the leadership of the party, I had to play a particular role to ensure that we win the election, then I'll be doing a great disservice to the party by turning that offer down.
Okay.
So, but if the opinion is something else, I have a major role to play as a general secretary of the party, and I'll continue.
We are wrapping up. You are the general secretary of the largest opposition party. In 1 minute, tell Ghanaians why the NDC is a better alternative.
We are a better alternative because we do what the people want. We shepherd the resources of the nation well, and we make sure that we create opportunities for everybody, not opportunities for a few. And you go ask contractors in this country that what is their opinion about NDC in office and MPP in office. You go ask people who are job hunting, those who are involved in recruitment into the security services and so on. You go ask them that what is their opinion about their chances if they are ordinary Ghanaians looking for any opportunity. They will tell you why. And then you go ask Ghanaians about our priorities, because we have indicated that we need no economy can grow without robust infrastructural development. So infrastructure provides the opportunity for all other social services. So you cannot jump the need for infrastructure and be focusing merely on social services, because the bottom line of infrastructure is social services. You can't do free education and do it well if the educational infrastructure is not there. You cannot provide health care and provide it well when the health infrastructure is not there. So jumping away from infrastructure to be financing things that has infrastructure as a basis, it's like putting the cart before the horse, and that is what NDC intends to do. The flag bearer has announced a massive infrastructure push, about 10 billion in our next government. We have also announced several other initiatives. Slim government, put the money where it is needed.
It was under your tenure that UGAG was formed, Unemployed Graduates Association of Ghana. Surely you shouldn't be trusted with employing people.
Why?
Because you have a history of not employing people, for the unemployed to form an association.
Look at, you see, we have freedom of association. Now this government is even stifling that freedom of association, because if you form an association and you are heard saying the wrong things, you will be in trouble for that. When we claim that we support workers' rights, and yet people have problem seeing workers demonstrating because we are in office, it is because they have the freedom to demonstrate. So that people are not demonstrating not because workers are happy, but because they are scared. It is under us that you have freedom of speech.
You have been
and then
demonstrating.
Everybody will be speaking their minds, civil society, leadership of churches, and so on. You go speak your mind under this government, and if it is against what Akufo-Addo is doing, you will see what happens to you. So we are living under a culture of silence and intimidation. It is not the quiet that you see. It is not representative of peace. It's representative of people who are scared to even speak up. And we think that that is bad governance. You need to organize a society where people are free to express their opinions, and then media is free to do whatever they want to do, so long as it is within the law. If you care to ask some of the people in the media houses, And the 9th visitations they have, anytime they do a controversial program which is not found to be favorable to the government. These things are there. Media men are being hounded, even within the security. You have, people, non-security people being imposed on the security and preventing the security people from taking the right decisions to protect the people. So everything is wrong. Our security is wrong. Everything is not going well. So the wind of change is here and is blowing, and that's why NDC would have to come to power to rescue this nation.
Thank you so much, Johnson Asiedu Nketia.